Hello, everyone. How are you? Good. Is it your first day or second day at Change Now? Show me with your hands. Second. Wow. For most of all, second day, first day over here. Were you here yesterday in this garden stage? Okay, so you're back, and welcome to the new members. Here at the garden stage, it's the PIT sessions. We are thrilled to welcome you. I am Rebecca Svedge, and I will be the master of ceremony for today. I really believe in the power of community to drive change. That's why I'm happy to be here, and that's why I created my own community called Gals for Change, where we highly empower French women entrepreneurs to fight against the entrepreneurial solitude and the imposter syndrome to boost their confidence, their well-being, and their impact on the world. There are many people really taking initiatives all over the world to drive change, and that's what we are celebrating here at Change Now. We selected 5 amazing projects today on the topic of inclusion, and I guess you're really curious to discover them, right? Okay. So first of all, why are we choosing the topic of inclusion? The transition to sustainability cannot be achieved without ensuring social justice and inclusion. Don't you agree? Yeah. So how can we ensure that no one is left behind and use environmental challenges as an opportunity to build a more inclusive society? Let's discover that in a minute. But before that, I would like to welcome our jury here. They are here to support the project, to challenge them, and to listen to them. I'm happy to get to know who you are. Would you like to begin?
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Iveta. I work for Finance in Motion. Finance in Motion is an impact investor in inclusion and climate solutions in emerging markets. Very happy to be here.
Thank you for being here. Yay!
Hi everyone, I'm Nicolas MIKADO. I work for Mosaic RH. We are a French Ashoka Fellow. We are promoting inclusive workplace and inclusive workforce.
Thank you, Nicolas.
Hello everyone, I'm Anne. I'm working for Make Sense. Make Sense is a non-profit organization, but we have 4 impact funds under management, and I'm co-leading the investment activities.
Glad to have you here.
Hello, Sandrine Joseph. I'm head of innovation and CSR programs at Orange Telecommunication Group. I'm so happy to be here.
Yay! What a jury, right? I cannot wait to listen to their questions because after the 5 pitches, we'll have a few minutes for a question and answer. Get ready, but I know you are. So I suggest that we introduce the first pitch. We are talking about EMBARK project, MIKADO Impact BV. Let's welcome Noua Boga. Noua, your turn.
Hi everyone, I'm Nuha. I'm a social entrepreneur working for youth employability for many years. And my work actually changed in 2018 when I met Fatima, Homam, and Yasmin. They were Syrian students studying engineering and sociology in Istanbul. And they had the resilience, skills, language, and talent. What they needed was a space to spark that potential. There are 122 million people who are forced to flee their homes. But behind that number, there are real people, unique individuals just like them. I wish they were here with us today. And their stories remind us talent is not the problem, but access is. While they are thriving to contribute to their local business environments, companies are looking for innovation, fresh ideas, and diverse perspectives. So the solution was actually right in front of us. At EMBARK, what we do is we reverse the narrative through reverse mentorship. So Fatima, Homam, and Yasmin, they become mentors to high-level business leaders to share their perspectives on technology, innovation, leadership, impact, and purpose. They also follow a dedicated academy program to refine their strengths and learn how to navigate in their new business environments. And together with our committed business partners and youth, they form our community. They gain access to networks and employment opportunities. Today, Fatima and Homam are working at companies like Google and Unilever. And of course, our story is unfolding. Since 2018, a lot of new corporates and committed leaders and youth across Europe has joined us. We have already scaled in the Netherlands and growing our efforts across Europe. We have also been awarded by Ashoka as a change maker for migration and by many other reputable platforms. And of course, I'm not alone in doing this. We have a dedicated team of over 30 people in Turkey, working for more than 18 years. So I want to leave you with this. I'm sorry. What if every executive has an opportunity to learn from a newcomer? And what if every refugee or newcomer can actually embrace what Rumi has beautifully said? Don't you know yet? It is your light that lights the world. So they raise this awareness and become role models and inspiration to many others. If you're a corporate, please join us for untapped talent. And if you're part of the social system sector, join us to make our ecosystem together more inclusive and stronger. And if you're a funder, support us to scale our efforts across Europe. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Noah. Well, yeah, feels good to hear some good words of hope, right? So let's go with the second project. Let's welcome Richard Senki for Jangala.
Hi, so I'm Rich from Jangala, and this is Big Box. Our roots go back to 2015 to the Calais jungle. Thousands of displaced people were living without Wi-Fi, with no access to their loved ones, important services, sometimes not even being able to prove who they were. 3 of us, volunteers, built a Wi-Fi network using donations and duct tape that covered the camp. It became a digital lifeline for over 5,000 people each week. We got requests from all over Europe, but our hands-on approach just couldn't scale. And so we thought, what if we could create a device that's rugged, portable, that can deliver powerful Wi-Fi, and that can be used by anyone? And that's how Big Box was born. Today, there are 2.6 billion people around the world who don't use the internet. In low-income countries, 63% of the population are disconnected. And there are 2.7 million schools around the world that are wholly offline. Ban Ki-moon said the world will never realize 100% of its goals if 50% of its people cannot realize their full potential. A lack of connectivity is locking people out of jobs, of education, of healthcare, and it's condemning entire communities to unsustainability. Existing solutions don't work. Things like hotspots and MiFi are really easy to use, but they're limited. Bespoke networks are powerful, but they require expertise and they're complex. That's a huge gap, and that's the gap that's filled by Big Box. Big Box is the first fully open source, solar-powered, scalable connectivity device. It can connect up to 3,000 users, combining 32 different sources of internet, including 5G, fiber, and even satellite. It's rugged, waterproof and dustproof, and most importantly, it's easy to use. Anyone can deploy it. Sustainability is built into Big Box version 1. It can run fully off-grid using a solar panel and a simple car battery. It's built to last for over 10 years. There's no planned obsolescence, it's open source. And 55% of its components are reusable and 99% are recyclable of the rest. It's not just a pipe dream. To date, our team of 19 has deployed 230 Big Boxes, prototypes, around the world through 3 generations in 36 countries, connecting over 100,000 people. In Colombia, Big Box is supporting peace building. In South Africa, Big Box is connecting rural clinics. In Sudan, Big Box is helping to restart the education system. We're here at ChangeNOW to help find the partners that can turn big box into from an impactful project today into a world changer for tomorrow. We're looking for projects that can use big box to deliver impact, donors that can help us equip grassroots groups around the world, and investors who can help us find the £1.2 million that we need for big box to enter the market with a bang. Our model is community-owned, sustainable connectivity, so that 100% of people can fully realize their potential. Thank you.
Rich for your pitch. Let's continue with the third pitch. We're going to welcome Lapee. Gina Perrier, it's your turn. You can come.
Hello, I'm Gina and I'm the founder of Lapee. So Lapee is a urinal for women for outdoor events like festivals and marathons and for the public spaces. So I'm an architect and I used to work for a big festival. This queue for the toilet is a very common thing for us women, just like here also today at ChangeNOW. And it's like we grow up with the idea that it's always very difficult or even sometimes impossible to just pee. Like the plan B is to actually squat somewhere and pee, exposing ourselves. We're many to do that, and it's very unsafe and simply not acceptable. Meanwhile, you have those products you can see on the left side of the image for men. They're like produced worldwide. It's a very simple product. And walking at those festivals, seeing women squatting and peeing everywhere, it was so hard for me to understand why don't we have one for us. So this is Lapee. You just go in, you squat and pee. That's it. Women can finally pee quickly, safely, and hygienically. The key of the product is the design that is covering you just to pee quickly. So you're not in an enclosed space where you're going to spend any time doing anything else. It's also a safe solution because no one can push you inside and lock you inside. Unfortunately, harassment can happen in sanitation zones. So this is a visible, open space that makes it also a lot safer. The product is made in Denmark, it's stackable, it's recyclable, and it's saving a lot of water resources. Today, we're in 25 countries. We've attended 350 events with Lapee around the world last year, including the Olympics in Paris. We have a strong IP, the product is patented and design protected. We're turning a shame into a pride. The users love Lapee, and they are even proud to pee. The business model is very simple. So we outsource the production to a factory in Denmark. We sell the product to toilet rental companies all over the world, and then they rent them to events. The users use Lapee for free, and they're happy. We have a 55% margin, and we only do B2B sales. Today, we're ready to scale up, so we are raising a seed round to accelerate the growth. We want to get to new market channels, like refugee camps and catastrophe area. Our global vision is to improve sanitation access to women and children in the world. Our team is international, and that has been the key of our growth from day one. It's very important that everybody that comes in comes from a different market. Invest in Lapee, invest in gender equality. Thank you very much, and come see and discover the product in the inclusion zone. Thank you.
Thank you, Gina. Now everybody wants to pee, right? But there is no queue, so we're fine. Thank you, Gina. Okay, let's go with the fourth project. It's SEM Habitat Durable. Let's welcome Stéphanie, Edmond, Mariette. Stéphanie!
Hello, everyone. I'm Stéphanie, Edmond Mariette, and I'm the founder of SEM Habitat Durable, a real estate agency with a social impact. So let's introduce me and speak about something personal. When I was 16, I was homeless, so I know the power of housing. It's just not a safe place, it's dignity, it's about safety, and it's about a new start. So in France, we are 4 million people with bad housing, and over 3,000 children sleep on street. However, we have 3 million sorry for my English, houses empty. So that makes no sense, and that is where we act. We have a lot of solutions, and housing is the first factor of exclusion that exists in the world. Some non-profit organizations work on this, and we want to help them to this. So we connect property owners with non-profit organizations to rent apartments and to help people housing. It's an inclusive housing solution combining profitability for owners and social impact for non-profit organization and non-profit and society. So our model is simple but powerful. We connect property owners to get a secure rent, and owners pay fees to manage our rent. Non-profit organization can get a quality housing to people, and people can housing in safety place. So that's work. In just 1 year, we achieved a year with 200,000 euros of revenue. We helped to house over 500 people with more than 15 non-profit organizations like Red Cross, like Groupe SOS, or Apprenti Dauteur Foundation. So that's work. We launched our platform to get faster and to connect property owners and non-profit organizations quickly. And this next year, we want to help more than 1,000 people. Woo! So join us, please. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Stephanie. I really love those projects. I'm happy not to be in the jury. I don't want to decide who's the best. Because at the end, you will elect your coup de cœur, right? So, very curious to know. We're about to welcome the last project of this session. It's called Young Beautiful Minds 2100. Let's welcome Sarah Ben-Bernou.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. We can all agree that this is what we would love reality to look like. But actually, this is a lot of time the images that make the reality. And what I could show you even more pictures of those, but what they all have in common is that they're interconnected, and we are facing a global crisis. So it gives off a bit this like doom future image, right? Where you don't know what we should do, and we are like almost immobile by not knowing where to start. And as one said, you won't fix the problems created by the mindset that created them. So what if I told you that the answers may be here already? That we are sitting next to them, maybe they stand in front of us. And actually, we believe that the solution lies in you. Yeah, almost. We believe that the solution lies in youth. So Young Beautiful Mind is a global program that empowers the next generation of change makers. We believe that if we enable them to create solutions and co-creation together and with their methods, that they can actually create futures. And that we believe that if we include them in decision making and enable them there, that the futures happening here already in the next generations can become reality. So our program is a 3 months in residency program where we bring together 6 candidates, talented, coming from different disciplines and with different cultural backgrounds, together with the foundation, the coaches, and the network and the housing, and enable them to actually create those novel solutions. And of course, I could tell you that this is an innovation, but it's not about the innovation, it's about the transformation that we can create here. And it's not so much about us, but it's about them and giving them the chance. Because future is actually hope and trust in the next generation that they're going to fix that. Sorry. So of course I could tell you that we have a talented team, that we're experts, that we are backed up by a French foundation. We already cleared that out. Also, we identified our next batch of brilliant minds internationally there with their different backgrounds, all set. But what truly matters is that we start to believe. And your return of okay, sorry.
And to conclude.
And to conclude, your return of investors is not a number, it's a value. And this is priceless.
Woo! Thank you, Sarah. You can stay with me because it's time for Q&A. Please join us, EMBARK project, Jangala, Lapee, Sem Habitat Durable. We want to know more about your initiatives. Okay. So, 5 projects for you. Please make sure that each pitcher gets at least 1 question. And whenever you're ready.
Maybe I can start if you allow me. So I have a question to Jangala. First of all, very difficult choice. Everyone has done a great job. Very impressive presentations. Thank you. My question to Jangala is, what is your revenue model? How do you make sure that you can return the investment that you are looking for?
Yep. So our prototype model to date has been donor funded. So we are set up as a charity in the UK. We're setting up a trading subsidiary. And that trading subsidiary will count its parent as its first primary customer to fulfill the pro bono donation-funded elements, but then expand that out to serve big aid organizations, the humanitarian sector, but also the commercial sector as well. Rapidly deployable internet is valuable kind of across the piece. And so our model will be to sell both into the channel as well as bulk sales to large buyers around the world, and the parent charity as the anchor customer that helps build the entire scale that we need. And our cloud platform as well generates continuous revenues as well to control and telemetry across the world.
Thank you.
I have a question for EMBARK. Congratulations to all. That was amazing. What is the partnership you are the most proud of and why?
I'm sorry, most what?
Proud.
Proud. I think the most proud partnership is what we have with our community. The business leaders, because they change companies, right? Like today, someone could be a C-suite executive at Unilever, and then tomorrow transition into Kraft Heinz. So it is the community, of course, the corporates, but again, they're moving. So
Thank you.
Guys, I have so many questions to ask to all of you, but for you, EMBARK, how do you measure your impact on the? I think it's really important.
we have a tech-enabled social impact assessment system. We have a platform. On the day one, when people apply to the program, we start our impact measurement. And we do that throughout the program. We check in after every meeting with the leaders and the youth. And also for the academy part, there is an assessment process that we follow. And not only that, upon 6 months of completion, since these people are among the community, we still go back and do employability and assessment tests and where they work. And we know where they are, like all of them, through our platform. Social impact is at the heart of our organization. Looking for the founder.
Thank you. Can we move to other pictures?
Yeah, maybe for young, beautiful minds, what is your business model? How do you What are your revenues?
Really good question. So we actually don't have a business model. It's the investment that you're doing is in future. It's not tangible. It's not somehow sexy, but it's really relevant, and we don't exist without it. So you would invest in it's a sort of an operational research program. We are trying to create new solutions, like to create novel futures, to have opportunities and hope, actually. So it's more about that. And then, of course, those ideas, for example, could then be transferred to economic markets. But for the moment, it's more...
So you have subsidies for the moment.
Say again?
Subsidies?
Exactly. So the talents get access to a grant, and yes. And then they can publish, of course, in a scientific context about that, or take it back to their companies, the ideas that they created in there.
Thank you.
I have a question for you, Stéphanie. Same Habitat Durable. What is the number one priority you need to finance in order to develop your impact?
We have to finance the scalability to work with organizations all over France and all over the world, because we have possibility in USA, in US, in Germany, in Spain. So we have to finance it. It's my priority.
But I complete the question. Is it more difficult to find owners or to find benefit? How we have two channels of acquisition, both beneficiaries and. So what is the more challenging between the two channels?
It's not this. We don't have these difficulties because property owners get secure rent, so it's okay. They get a rent. They get money to rent our apartment, and non-profit organizations seek for apartment. The difficulties is that the temporality of the. Sorry for my English. It's a challenge for me. So,
Yay!
So non-profit organizations search a lot of apartments, and property owners. Now we call one of one. We have to have a big organizations. We have a lot of apartments, lot of building to connect the both.
Thank you.
A question
Last
for
question.
Lapee. How would you manage the inclusive side? I'm talking about people with disability. Wanted to go to P with your system. I tried it with my vision troubles, and I find it really tricky to jump inside and to go outside.
Sorry, I didn't hear the last part of the question.
The disability side.
Yes. So the thing is that with Lapee, we improve in general access because we reduce a lot the queues to the other toilets.
Yeah.
So when you need, so if you need a normal toilet or a handicapped toilet, you would also have a better access to that because the people that can use Lapee will also relieve all the general queues. It's a bit like the urinal for men today in a women version. So we know it's not accessible with a wheelchair, but it will also give better access to the toilet for wheelchairs.
Not only for the wheelchair, you know that I have visual impairments, so it was
Yes.
not easy for me to jump into and to go outside.
Yes, but that's also that's the thing. There's so many disabilities, and for example, my colleague, she has invisible handicaps as well, and one of invisible handicap can be to not be able to hold back to pee as well, or also to be claustrophobic. So it's actually or have very sensibility of smell as well. So actually, we also we cannot fulfill all the different disabilities, and of course we understand that we don't answer to some, but we also answer to others that are maybe not as standardized.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
You'll be able to continue the conversation right away in the networking area.
Thank you so much. It was
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you very much as well. Congratulations on your project. Please continue and take care of you. Dear jury, last mission for you. Pick your coup de cœur among these 5 projects. You'll have papers and pens over there. And then we'll continue with another topic for other pitch session. If you want to stay with us, you're welcome. See you in 1 minute.